Hi there, Steve. Wait, you're not Steve. Oh my god, this is a different hallway. You look almost the same, though. I'll call you Johnson, then. Are you conversing with that statue? What? How long have you been there? As usual, this guy just appears out of nowhere. I entered the hallway just now. You always happen to turn up no matter where I am, huh? It's not difficult, given that vampires have heightened senses compared to humans. Besides, you trot upon the ground so loudly that one might mistake you for an elephant. Well, that's not very nice. Neither is the incessant noise that you make. I suggest that if you're attempting an escape, stop now. Lord Adrian's senses are even more fine-tuned than mine. Wouldn't dream of it. At least not while I know this guy's skulking around. Why are his senses better than yours, though? My lord is a second-generation vampire, while I am of the third generation. It is simply a difference in birth. Those born of a generation close family are stronger. Birth? You mean he's been stronger than you since he was a baby? Vampires are not born in the way that humans are. He just trailed off. I kinda wanted to hear more about vampires, but what should I do? Well, I kinda want to go after delicious-looking Luca here first, so I have a feeling that he might just like it if I ask him straight out, rather than making a joke. How are vampires born, then? And what exactly will you do with that information? What can I do with it? Will knowing how vampires are, made affect anything? I'm just curious about who I'm living with. You guys really have no reflection in the mirror? What happens if the sun shines on you? I guess you already covered the garlic and crosses thing. Yes, we get a little burnt. And once again, garlic and crosses, as well as holy water, have no effect. But how are vampires born? All vampires were originally human except for the head of the family, returned by other vampires. And don't bother asking me how, for I am not familiar with the method. I was unconscious when it happened to me. Even though he's sighing a lot, he's still answering my questions. You're probably wondering why I'm bothering to respond to this minutia. A little bit. I have found that when faced with someone asking an annoying variety of questions, it's best simply to answer, especially if the questions are of no real consequence. Lord Adrian has always been inquisitive and energetic. The sooner I deal with his demands and questions, the easier it is for both of us. I never would have been able to live with him this long otherwise. Deal with? There's really no love lost between Luca and Adrian, huh? Though Adrian doesn't seem to mind him too much. And how long has that been? 203 years. I have been his companion since he was turned. 203 years? Yes, that is what I said, human. Now, if you're quite finished with your questioning, I would like to show you to the kitchen. You guys actually have one? Though human food does not sustain us, we are technically able to eat what humans eat. Some vampires even enjoy it. The Lady Blanche de Nachtigal, for example, has her mint tea. I see. Since you are to be staying with us for some time, I have been prevailed upon by Lord Adrian to set up a cache of food for you here. You may prepare your meals in the kitchen whenever you please. So there's a courtyard in the middle of the castle. A little patch of outdoors. How neat. You don't see this kind of thing much outside of Greek architecture. If I want to get to the kitchen, head for the center. Got it. If there is more that you need of ingredients and foodstuffs, simply state my name and I shall come to you at my earliest convenience. What if you're on a different floor? Locating you should not ever prove difficult, given your usual volume. For example, I could hear your entire one-sided conversation with Steve earlier this evening. Was that a smile just now? Maybe. I completely missed it. Oh, it was. Okay. Okay. If you require nothing else, I shall take my leave. No, that's all. Thank you, Luca. There he goes again. Wait a sec. I should have asked him how to get back to my room from here. Crap. Gosh, I've gotten totally used to sleeping during the day and waking up at night. Maybe I'd make a pretty decent vampire myself. Just kidding. Did something just move over there? No way. It was probably just a trick of the firelight. Yeah! What's happened? Where's the fire? There's a over there. A what? I don't even want to say its name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but could it be that you're screaming and shaking due to that spider over there? Jeez, even hearing the word spider makes me squirm. I'll just nod. Really? You're afraid of a little spider? I got bitten by a spider when I was a kid, so now I've got pretty bad arachnophobia. Besides, that spider's like the size of my hand. Oh, this is Jupiter's pet spider. Egbert, was it? Huh? Jupiter? Jupiter is one of my older brothers. I surely thought that he would bring Egbert with him on the trip, however. Perhaps it escaped. The Nachtigals are definitely an interesting bunch, that's for sure. You're shrieking in terror over a harmless spider. I had taken you for being more iron-hearted. Is it really harmless, even though its fangs look like that? Well, I suppose a human like you might die if it were to bite you. That's not harmless at all. Just don't let it bite you then. You know, somehow I am rather dissatisfied with this. With what? Your reaction was not nearly this interesting when you met us. Normally, wouldn't someone fear vampires more than spiders? After all, we actually prey on humans. They've hardly done anything to me, though. I mean, I actually remember being bitten by a spider when I was a kid, but these guys haven't attacked me or hurt me at all. Knock on wood. Though I did get forced into this ridiculous outfit. I just can't bring myself to fear them somehow. Since they haven't bitten me, I can't bring myself to fear them, is probably what you're thinking, correct? Is that true? You do not fear us, even though, if we so pleased, we could kill you at any moment with barely a flick of our wrists? Huh? Well, you're not scary, I guess? Human. Miranda. Huh? Why did his voice get all husky? Wait, that's the first time you said my name, isn't it? Shall I show you what true terror is? You don't have to do that, crazy. He keeps coming towards me. Ah, I'm back against the wall. Really? However, I do insist. His voice is right next to my ear. His fangs just raked against my neck. Is he really going to... I'm sorry, you're scary. You're very scary. You're an honest one, are you not? Are you not? You wear your thoughts and emotions on your sleeve. Figuratively speaking, of course. Your current attire has no sleeves. Jeez. It's my victory, then. Come, Luca, it's your turn. Must I? It wouldn't do for her to fear me alone. This human needs to understand whom she's dealing with. If you insist. What is he going to do? I can't imagine Luca doing anything like what Adrian did, but maybe I'm just being naive. Close your eyes, human. Do we really have to do this? If it's what Lord Adrian wishes, yes. This really stinks. Okay, there. Now hold still. What on earth is he going to do? Not being able to see really does make it pretty nerve-wracking. Just then, I feel something fuzzy and scratchy on my shoulder. No, he wouldn't. You'd better be careful. I don't believe that Egbert likes sudden movements too much. High-pitched scream that I can never hope to make. You... I nervously look at my shoulder while keeping as still as possible. It's a piece of soul. You should have seen your face, human. Even with your dark complexion, I could see all the blood draining out of it. I'm so glad to have entertained you so, my lord. So, which of us do you think was scarier? Well, since I'm on Luca's path, I'm gonna say this while I chatter. Yeah, since I'm on Luca's path, I'm going to assume that saying he was scarier would open up more dialogue with him. I don't know. Whatever. Luca? I just about had a heart attack when I thought he'd put that spider on me. Luca was scarier. Aw, we get to smile. You cheated and used the prop, Luca. Don't be a sore loser, my lord. I never would have thought that these guys would have such normal sides to them, too. I still shouldn't let my guard down, though, I guess. Lost again. You'd think that after almost a week I'd be used to this place. Oh, hi, Tim. Or is this George? Great. Now I'm getting the statues mixed up. Are you really going to name every single one of them? I'm sure going to try. It helps me keep track of which hallway is which. I'm not even fazed by this guy's sudden appearances anymore. You seem to be getting lost with the same amount of frequency as before, however. Well, I'm doing my best, god damn it. What are you up to, anyway? Lord Adrian's new obsession has been three-dimensional puzzles. He's asked me to purchase another one for him, so I was on my way out. How often does he get the new obsessions? Once per fortnight? Occasionally he gets bored sooner. What do you do when you're not attending to Lord Adrian? I don't understand your question. Serving my lord and the Nachtigal family is my entire purpose here. It takes up all of my time. You've just been a servant for 200 years? And you're going to go on serving them forever? Yes. I have to say, that doesn't really sound like that great of an immortal life. Are they forcing you to stay, or what? I see absolutely no reason to tell you. Before, Luca basically said that he'd answer any question that was of no real consequence. So if he's not answering now, it means the reason why he stays here is important to him. If that's all, then I shall take my leave. Wait! And off he goes. I think I might have brought up a touchy subject for him without meaning to. I was just curious, is all. If he's not being forced to stay, I wonder why he does. Does he get anything out of it? I'm feeling kind of tired today, so I think instead of getting lost for the building of time, I'll study a little. I don't think I've cracked a book open even once since the first night. Too much other stuff going on to focus on reading. Let's see. How about architecture? Oh, the Royal Theatre of Namur. Namur. You can really tell that they were going for an Italian style. The ceiling mural reminds me of Michelangelo's work in Florence. Don't tell me you spend all your free time reading. Oh, Lord Adrian. I didn't realize that you were here. Drop the Lord when Luca isn't here. I loathe such stiffness. Stuffiness. But he can probably still hear. I am ordering you to cease referring to me with an honorific or epithet. I can speak, I swear. Effective immediately. If Luca takes issue with this, I will deal with him then. Speaking of Luca, you seem to be spending much more time with him than me. To be honest, it's not by choice. Oh, not that I dislike his company or anything, but I'm not exactly trying to find him either. I just can't find my way around here. The castle's too huge. Tonight's actually the first time I decided to give up on wandering around and take some time to rest and read. My achievement of the week was finally being able to get to the kitchen without getting lost. Your goals are set rather low, are they not? Is such a thing even worth being proud of? Easy for you to say. You've had 200 years to get used to this place, but for me it's only been a couple of days. I suppose that much is true. Well, how about I give you a little tour then? To be honest, I really wanted to have some alone time and read, but if this means somewhere getting lost, I'm all for it. Sure, if it's not too much of a bother. You should consider yourself fortunate, mortal, for I have never before deigned to give anyone a tour of Nachtigal Castle. Do you guys get a lot of visitors? Well, no. But that is exactly what makes us so special. Nothing phases him, huh? And that is my brother Ingomar's room. Actually, you could say that this entire wing is his territory. No one else comes over here much. Why are the door hinges all singed black? That is why the rest of us tend to stay away. Ingomar is fond of lab experiments. To this day, I have yet to ascertain what exactly he is trying to accomplish with them. There have been a number of fires here. Speaking of which, that building you were looking at in your book, what was it? Oh, it was the Royal Theatre of Namur. Seeing Ingomar's room reminded me. The fire that occurred there in the mid-19th century was his doing. What? You mean your brother's an arsonist who set a royal building on fire? Gosh, I wonder what it looked like before it was rebuilt. You see, my sister Osan did not like the style of the place, so she called in a favor from Ingomar. If you like the architecture and decorations that the theater has now, you can thank my elder siblings for it. They were instrumental to its current design. But the place was renovated again just recently. A family as old and powerful as mine has many connections and much influence. His eyes kind of twinkle when he's talking about his family. He seems to be really proud of them. What are you smiling about? You seem very fond of your family, that's all. I think it's nice. What is there not to like about my family? I am the youngest, and they all dote on me, so. I wonder if that's really true. If they really care about him so much, why'd they leave him here while they all went away somewhere? And doesn't Adrian get lonely? Well, I guess he's got Luca. And now me. Oh, and those 3D puzzles probably keep him pretty occupied, I'll bet. Human. Miranda. Yes? He called my name again. I have heard that in some places they have power that is generated by sunlight. Is that true? Oh, yes. You see, we spend the rest of the time talking about modern marvels. Sometimes Adrian gets a really vicious look in his eyes, but most of the time he's kind of like an excited little kid. Talk about mood whiplash. I was kind of skeptical about it, but I think Adrian's tour actually helped. I feel like I finally know where I'm going instead of just arriving at places by complete chance. It only took me, what, a week? It wouldn't have been so bad if these hallways didn't seem to go on forever and ever. Where should I go? The study or the courtyard? Well, I'm going to assume that one place has Adrian and the other has Luca. And furthers on their little romance. So, first I'm going to save. And then I'm going to go to the courtyard, because I have a feeling Adrian would be in the study, and I want Luca, so courtyard. Here we go. I'll go for the courtyard. Maybe grab a bite from the kitchen while I'm over there. Ah, it's a nice night with a gentle breeze, and I've got some bacon to eat. This is the life. Maybe I'm getting a little too used to this. Too bad I'm a simple girl who likes to eat well. Is human food really that delicious? Whoa, I totally didn't see you there. Well, yeah, at least some of it is. I don't know of anybody who turned down bacon. Really? Do you want to try some? I'd rather not. Now that I think about it, neither of them have sucked my blood even once since I've been here. Maybe he's not allowed to unless Adrian lets him? Hey, is human blood really that great? Why do you ask? Well, I've tasted my own blood before when I had a split lip and stuff like that. Just tasted kind of metallic and gross to me. Vampires taste blood differently. I see. I guess the conversation's over. I'm done eating anyway, so just going to get up and walk back to my room. It was nice talking to you, Luca. I'll be heading back Wait. Did his wish just drop over? When were you given leave to go? Oh. When were you given leave to go? Huh? I guess I wasn't. I just thought you assumed that it would be alright for you to simply do as you please. I suppose that is partially my own fault for being too lenient. What's with you all of a sudden? I'm sorry if I did anything to you, but the scent of your blood. He's right in front of me now. I can't get away. It's particularly sweet smelling tonight. Compared to the terrible scent you were giving off before, it seems it'll be quite delicious now. What do you mean? You know, blood tastes sweetest when the prey is still blissfully unaware of its situation, when it's innocent and willing. That's why the strongest vampires have such potent persuasive abilities. If the head of the family so wished it, you would immediately surrender your life to them. You'd do it so willingly that it would be as if you came up with the idea yourself. You were uneasy the first few nights, but now it's as if you actually enjoy it here. You're making light of us both, of your entire situation. Oh, I get it now. You haven't been able to get out much since I've been here, so you're thirsty, right? That's why you're so cranky. Certainly, I haven't fed once since you've been here. So his bloodlust is just making him crazy or something. I never would have thought that Luca could be this aggressive. No, that's wrong. He's always been this aggressive since the moment we met. Luca's right. I've been underestimating them. I keep doing that. I can't bring myself to just think of them as monsters somehow. Even now, If you're thirsty, then go ahead. Just take a bite. That's what I'm here for, isn't it? You don't get to decide that. I personally feel that biting is a very intimate thing. When a vampire connects with their prey like that, even if momentarily, there's a deep bond. I've always had a distaste for that sort of thing. No, I will have you, but I shall use this. That's a knife. Don't tell me he's going to... Ugh! My hand. He just sliced open my arm. I couldn't even react. That really hurts. Oh my god, that evil grin. They're doing the tango, don't worry. Nothing odd is happening. As I thought. It's delicious. I thought you said it tasted better when the prey was blissfully unaware. I'm not blissful or unaware. I said it would taste sweeter, not better. I've always hated sweets. Just because I'm a third-generation vampire. Don't make the mistake of thinking that I'm not capable of doing anything on my own. I've never thought that. Really? Even though you were letting your guard down while thinking that surely I wouldn't do anything to you without Lord Adrian's permission? Mind reader. I don't need his permission to do anything. Certainly not for this. I don't understand the relationship between Luca and Adrian. He serves Adrian so loyally, but at the same time he seems to have really deep bitterness and disdain towards his lord. One thing's for sure. Luca might... Hold on. Because I'm weird, I have to do this. That's a screenshot. Well, usually in these games there's like an option to take off the take away this box thing so you can see the screenshots better, but I guess not. So I just wasted everybody's time. Alright. We're over here. One thing's for sure, Luca might serve the Nachtigal family, but he doesn't consider himself inferior to them. He's punishing me for disrespecting him, because I'm the only thing here he thinks he can subjugate. But is that really all there is to it?